Hey Leute, willkommen zurück zu Final Fantasy VII Remake.
My ears are still ringing from it.
This is Sector 5, right? So where's this place you said Marlene is?
Where I think she is. It's a house on the other side of town.
Well, come on then, pick up the pace.
I'm going as fast as you are. That's the house.
Marlene! Marlene! Where's Marlene? Is she here?
Barrett!
Sorry, I'm Barrett. Marlene's my little girl. Marlene, she's got short hair. She's cute as a button, with the heart of an angel. She was wearing, pink. She was wearing a
She's
pink dress
sleeping
today.
upstairs.
Oh,
I said she's sleeping.
I want to see her too. Come on, let's go look in on her.
Keep it down. Don't wake her.
Marlene, my baby. Thank God.
Shh. Shinra has my daughter now.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm the one who asked her to go get Marlene. We'd only just met, but she was so kind and helpful. I took advantage of her.
It's not your fault. It was only a matter of time before she ended up back there.
Because she's an ancient. That it?
So she told you about that. She must trust you all a great deal. Yes, Aerith is an ancient. Probably the last one living. She's not my daughter. Not by blood, I mean. If that's what you were wondering. About 15 years ago. My husband, he'd been shipped off to fight on the front lines. But then I received a letter saying he'd be home for a bit. So when the day came, I went to the station to meet him. But he didn't come. I couldn't help fearing the worst, even then. But I told myself his leave must have been postponed, that he'd been delayed. Every day I went, to wait and to pray. And that's how I met her. Her and her mother. I thought maybe they'd run away from Wall Market. Or that they were topsiders fallen on hard times. I'd seen that sort of thing a lot. Take Aerith somewhere safe. Those were her mother's dying words. My husband had been away for so long, and I was lonely. So I convinced myself the safest place for the girl was with me. It took no time at all for her to start feeling like family. She was a real chatterbox. She told me strange stories, like how she and her mother had escaped from some sort of facility, and how she wasn't sad because her mother had just returned to their planet.
Their planet, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right.
I didn't understand any of it at the time. When I asked if she meant one in the sky, she said no. This one, right here. I mean, what can you say to that?
Mommy, don't be sad.
That's what she said to me one day, out of the blue. So I asked her, what's wrong?
A man you really, really loved just died. His heart came a long way to say goodbye. But he couldn't stay because he had to return to the planet.
I didn't believe her, of course. And then, a few days later, I received a letter saying my husband had been killed in action. Things like that, she'd just know. It was a lot to deal with, but we were happy. And then came the knock.
Coming! No! Go away!
Aerith, you know you're not just any little girl. You're a descendant of the Ancients.
I had no idea what he meant, so I said, "Who are the Ancients?"
They were the original stewards of the planet, whose boundless knowledge and wisdom shall guide us to the Promised Land. Some believe the Promised Land to be a myth, others an allegory of sorts. But we take the words of the scriptures at face value and believe it to be quite real. Which is why Shinra would like very much for Aerith to help us—
You're wrong! I'm not an ancient!
But Aerith, even when you're all alone, don't you hear voices whispering secrets?
No, never!
But all three of us knew that wasn't true. That man knew exactly who Aerith was, where she'd come from, and what she could do.
They knew where she was, but they didn't just take her? Doesn't sound like the Turks I know.
She had to come willingly, otherwise it wouldn't work, they said. That's why, even if they did take her away, I'm sure she's still being treated like a guest. And that they'll send her straight back home, once they get what they need.
I doubt it.
You're not planning anything, are you? Don't make things worse than they already are. If I lost her too, I don't know if I could ever. Just don't.
Cloud, Maybe she's right about this. Maybe they'll let Aerith go when it's all over. Maybe we'd be better off waiting a little while.
Let's head back to Sector 7. Got things to take care of. Like checking up on the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
The main entrance to Sector 7 is buried under rubble now. So how are we supposed to get back inside?
Underground
Ja, so
passage.
diesen Tunnel, ja.
Good plan.
But how do we get to the park?
I know another way to get there. Aerith showed me before.
This ancient girl knows her stuff. Didn't mean anything by it.
First it was all like shaking, then it was all like boom. So, what are we gonna do if our
My ears are still ringing from it. This kind of thing isn't supposed to happen.
Over there.
All right, let's keep moving.
They're nothing. Grab that. Let's do this. See ya. Let's go.
Jetzt wirklich für die nicht die Arme bewegen.
It's blocked. There, that way. We'll have to fight our way through. But it's our only shot.
I won't lose!
No holding enough. Was never in doubt. They're no match. You're mine.
That's the way to do it.
Won't even need to try. You're done.
win.
Ain't nothing we can't have.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Don't look now, but it's about to get real.
There's no escape. Take the lead?
Leave it to me. No holding back.
All right, watch and learn. This is gonna stay.
Ja, das ist auch schon gesummt. Das Victory Theme aus Final Fantasy. Ja, weil die bauen, obwohl im 16 haben sie es wieder eingebaut, aber sonst bauen sie es eigentlich nie wirklich ein. Zumindest nicht, wenn man den Kampf gewinnt. Bei 15 zum Beispiel hat es nur gespielt, wenn man zum Beispiel gecampt hat. Und bei 16 spielt es auch nur bei manchen Bosskämpfen. Hier spielt er aber zum Beispiel auch gar nicht. Außer in der Kampfarena.
Nothing to it.
Die ganzen Gangster leben hier immer noch.
You're good at this.
Told you so.
Not so bad. You wanna come over here? You'll need to provide due compensation. You again?
Nein, nicht der Gigant. Also ich meine, Gigant, der heißt der Gigant.
Take it over. I'm ending it.
Finally.
Dankeschön, Barrett, du hast ihn weggeschleust.
Let's do this. Take him down.
Seizing the open.
Would kill for a shower.
Dann tötet aber bitte Barrett nicht mich.
Finally.
Keep it together.
Shit hurts. Go.
Don't give up.
Like that.
Take that.
And there you have it.
Over there.
That a way out?
I'm almost afraid to go back. To see it with my own eyes.
Tifa.
Hier besucht man den Ort sogar wieder. Hat man im Originalspiel auch nicht. Da war man nie wieder in Sektor 7. Man konnte zwar selbst, wenn man Midgar verlassen hat, wieder zurück in Sektor 5. Aber nie wieder in Sektor 7. In der War Market konntest du auch wieder gehen, also Sektor 6. Also Sektor 7, nein.
Does it look like we can go this way? No. There's monsters everywhere. Straight to the Sector 5 slums.
Weil diesen Geheimweg unter... Oder doch, diesen Geheimweg unter der... In dem Spielplatz gab es ja eigentlich schon, ne? Im Original des Ding ist man da hingegangen.
Weimer! You're alive!
Still in one piece?
Who else made it out?
I wish I knew. Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm just glad you survived. Gives me hope for the others.
This is bad.
You find your friends?
This is bad.
I really hope that all my friends are okay.
I'm sure they are, honey. Don't worry.
This is bad.
Sector 7, huh?
Yeah. Left a few things behind.
You see. I know it's not much, but it's all I got. Godspeed.
Ah nee, ist Blödsinn, ist Blödsinn. Dann ist ja das nicht mehr kombiniert. Oh ja. Dann ruhen wir uns gerade mal aus hier. Dann würde ich sagen, dann sehen wir uns hier beim nächsten Mal bei Final Fantasy VII Remake. Bis dann und ciao.